This one's another long title one here. Let's see. Kono Subarashii Sekai no Shukufuku wo. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the comments, someone yell at me for pronouncing that wrong, but by all means. Um, a lot of the ones I'm seeing for this season, at least the ones I picked, are a lot of fantasy ones, but this one looks really interesting and cool. It almost seems like it kind of takes those aspects of, what is it? Log Horizon and Overlord,
Mm-hmm.
where somebody, and almost, No Game, No Life,
Okay.
where it was almost like a game, but then it's like an alternate world. So basic storyline from this is a boy who's a shut-in, diehard fan of games, anime, and manga, gets into a traffic accident, and his life should end, but instead he wakes up to see a beautiful girl who introduces herself as a goddess and says, "Hey, I have some good news. Would you like to go to an alternate world? And you may only bring one thing with you that you like." So, and obviously he does, and he's transported into this world, this fantasy world of great adventure and demon kings and just awesomeness and amazingness that would be anyone's dream as far as a fantasy, you know. Anyone out there who has ever lived their life and just been like, man, I want to be able to just go around and see like magic and people carrying sword. Have you ever went to a Renaissance festival and went, this looks cool. I wish I could live my life like that. Kind of seems like that's going to be what this kind of is.
Hmm.
But it's this whole world that's centered around it, and it seems really cool. The animations looks really nice. It's done by one that most people, I guess, don't really like from what Big D was telling me. The studio is Studio Dean.
Yeah.
But I like them, and I think they can do some really cool stuff, and I'm really hopeful as far as it looks like it's going to be pretty awesome. Good fight scenes, some little in the trailer they had little bits of little like comedy in it. Some of them might go a little overboard, but it still looked kind of
Yeah.
cool and awesome. So, and then the fights looked really nice. A lot of good things happening there, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. But if anyone out there who's been watching us regularly, you probably could guess by now, I'm a pretty big fantasy anime fan in general. So most of the times when those things come out, I'm like, oh goody, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So
So, I actually like Studio Dean too. They've done what is it? Higurashi, and they did the first adaptation for the Fate series. So, those are two really big shows that I watched when I first started watching anime, like years and years ago.
oh yeah,
So, as far as the studio goes, I don't mind. Looking at the trailer, animation looks nice. As far as theme, basically person being trapped, like being transported to a fantasy world. There's a lot of shows that are starting to do that, and this show looks interesting enough, but I wouldn't really say I'm excited for it. Um, but I'm not tired of it.
hmm
So I'm like,
I mean,
okay.
it's like everyone's like little like what if and kind of fantasy of their own kind of thing of going, it would be kind of cool to just get transported into another world where like, all these kind of cool things that we see with magic and dragons and sword fights and
Mm-hmm.
mythical creatures and whatnot actually exist.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Cause
So,
let's see, we got what? One of the very first shows that I started watching, Inuyasha, kind of the same thing. Then you have Sword Art Online, which basically started like the resurgence of this genre. Then we got Gate, we got Overlord, so we got a bunch, and each one of them had their own different feels. And an Outbreak Company, which I really really liked.
mhm.
Um,
And Long Horizon.
yes, yes, definitely that one too. And then No Game No Life. So
Yeah.
there's a bunch with this style of subgenre, I guess, or fantasy genre in general, that I do like. And from the trailer, I just see regular guy in fantasy world, so I'm looking to see what the characters are like. Um, if the characters are great, then I'm all for the show. But other than that, it's because there's so many shows that are like that recently. I'm like, oh, okay, it's another one of those. So I'm looking forward to the characters. I like the studio, so um, looking forward to it. Let's see. So the next one I have, I'm gonna go with another season two and the same genre.